This is an L sample answer. Keep practicing to build confidence. To try a mock test with these questions, watch our mock test video. Let's start off by talking about daily routines. What do you usually do in the morning?
In the morning, I usually start by drinking a glass of water, then I have breakfast. After that, I check my phone for any messages and quickly glance at the news. Once I'm done, I get ready for work or school, depending on the day.
How do you organize your day?
I organize my day by using a planner. I make a to-do list in the morning or the night before, so I know what tasks I need to complete. I usually prioritize my work or studies first and try to finish them early, leaving time for relaxation in the evening.
Do you prefer a busy or relaxed schedule?
I prefer a balanced schedule. I like being productive and staying busy during the day because it gives me a sense of achievement, but I also think it's important to leave time for relaxation. A mix of both helps me stay motivated and avoid stress.
What do you do in the evening?
In the evening, I usually unwind by reading a book, watching a TV show, or spending time with my family. If I have more energy, I might go for a short walk. I also like to review my day and prepare for the next by planning out my tasks.
Is your daily routine different on weekends?
Yes, my routine is more relaxed on weekends. I usually sleep in and take my time with breakfast. Instead of working or studying, I focus on hobbies or spending time with friends. It's a nice break from the busy weekdays.
That's the end of part 1. Now we are going to move to part 2. In this part, you will have 1 minute to prepare and then speak up to 2 minutes. Describe a time when you learned a new skill. You should say what the skill was, when you learned it, why you decided to learn it, and explain how it has benefited you.
One skill I learned recently was cooking. About a year ago, I decided to improve my cooking skills because I realized I was spending too much money on takeaways, and it wasn't great for my health either. I wanted to eat healthier and save money, so I thought cooking at home was the best solution. I started by watching YouTube tutorials and following simple recipes. At first, I made basic dishes like pasta and salads, but over time, I began trying more complicated recipes like soups, stews, and even baking bread. I mainly learned the skill during the lockdown period when I had a lot of free time at home. It was the perfect opportunity to experiment with different cuisines, from Italian to Indian. I was surprised by how much I enjoyed the process of preparing meals, from choosing the ingredients to finally plating the dish. At first, it was challenging, especially when I didn't get the timing right, but I kept practicing. Learning to cook has been incredibly beneficial. It has allowed me to take control of my diet and eat healthier meals. I've also saved a lot of money by cooking at home instead of eating out. Moreover, cooking has become a hobby that I find relaxing and rewarding, especially when I can prepare a meal for my friends or family. The compliments I receive motivate me to keep improving.
That's the end of part 2. Now we are going to move to part 3. We are going to continue to talk about learning new skills. Is learning new skills important in today's world?
Yes, I think learning new skills is essential, especially in today's fast-paced world. Technology and industries are constantly changing, so having the ability to learn and adapt is crucial. People who are willing to learn new skills have more opportunities, whether in their personal lives or careers. It also helps individuals stay competitive in the job market.
Do you think people should focus on learning practical skills or academic knowledge?
I believe both are important, but the focus depends on the individual's goals. Practical skills like cooking or problem solving are useful in everyday life and can make people more independent. On the other hand, academic knowledge is important for deeper understanding in specialized fields like science, law, or medicine. Ideally, a balance of both practical and academic skills can benefit most people.
How can schools and universities encourage students to develop practical skills?
Schools and universities can encourage students to develop practical skills by incorporating more hands-on learning into the curriculum. For example, offering workshops, internships, and project-based assignments can give students the chance to apply what they learn in real-life situations. Encouraging teamwork and problem-solving activities also helps students develop practical skills that will benefit them in the future.
That's the end of the speaking test. Good job.